Let's explore trends in sustainable agriculture industry to supersize and grow your business. What can we learn from other industries today, the agriculture industry, that can help us to sustain and build a sustainable, growing, thriving business? So how do we do that? We look at other industries, we open our eyes and get curious and pay attention to what's going on around us that we sometimes wouldn't pay attention to. It's like when I go for a walk at the park, I always tell myself I'm going to see something new and beautiful today. I went to the same park every day, big park, a state park in Wisconsin, for 5 years straight. And I challenged myself to find something new and beautiful every single day on my walk that I hadn't seen before. Well, the cool thing about nature is it changes every year, right? So every year, even though the same type of flowers and perennials and plants come up, I would see them in different stages and always be amazed that I could find different new beautiful things on my walks every day. And so I literally took tens of thousands of pictures over that time period of different new and amazing things that I saw. The same is true of our business. If we want to grow and build and scale and supersize our business, we need to always be on the lookout for what is going on in the world around us that we can use and apply to our business. Well, there's a lot going on in the agriculture industry. There always has been, there always will be, just like most of our industries. And so one of the main things we want to do is keep abreast to what's new and changing, what technologies are happening, what's happening in the political arena that impacts our industry. And just like many industries, the whole climate change and political agenda is impacting a lot of industries. It may or may not be impacting yours. It's definitely impacting agriculture when they talk about wanting to get rid of all the cows because they have such a large carbon footprint, which, sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm really laughing at the way some things are implemented that makes absolutely no scientific or common sense, yet the American public and the world global public, in this case, is just supposed to swallow it hook, line, and sinker like we're a bunch of dumb fish or something. Sorry, I like fish, but I'm not sure how intelligent they are when it comes to thinking for themselves. So we want to harness the innovation, whatever's going on in our industry. We want to make sure we're paying attention to it so that a competitor doesn't come along, implement it, and we get left behind, or we're running to catch up because we weren't aware of something that we probably should be aware of. And that's why I like to look at other industries, because other industries adopt different technologies and ideas maybe faster than my industry does. I think manufacturing adopted automation far before any other industries because that's where it originated. Automating processes and creating systems came from manufacturing and the manufacturing mindset, which I happen to have grown up with. So I have a very process, very system, very automation, very continuous improvement way of looking at the world. So we want to know what's going on technologically. We want to harness the power of that. We want to conserve resources, soil conservation, rotating crops, if you're in that kind of an agricultural business, studying and improving soil health, continually improving soil health so that you yield better crops and better things like that. I am fascinated by hydroponic farming, which is why I looked at the agriculture industry in the first place. I think it's a technology of the future, and it's a way to utilize resources that are underutilized in our planet. So we want to pay attention to that. We want to pay attention to all of the different things, the rise of regenerative crops, things like that, holistic approaches to things, farm to table, all the trends that are impacting the agriculture industry. We want to be aware of those, and we want to, in our own industry, be aware of them. Is there a move toward online marketing or digital marketing or social media in our industry? And if there is, are we just ignoring it? Because the people that aren't ignoring it are now eating up the customers that we might have had were we present on the platforms, but we're not there, so they never find us and they don't even know that we exist. We want to invest in technology and structures and systems and strategies that are right for our business. Not every agriculture business is going to adopt every new technology that comes along. I guess that goes without saying. I get accused of stating the obvious often, at least in my family. We want to keep in mind that sustainability, no matter what business we're in, looking at the long-term impacts of decisions and choices that we make is always going to equal success for our businesses and for us growing and building and supersizing our businesses. Now, I'm maybe overreaching by saying always, because there's ways to mess up your business that has nothing to do with sustainability. I know that one from experience as well. But for the most part, if we're doing the things we need to do every day, if we're learning and growing and continually improving, if we're paying attention to things outside of us that might negatively impact us and have a plan in place for handling that, or we at least have a process within our organization for handling when stuff happens and we need to deal with it, I think every organization should have a change management or a change handling strategy within their organization. Here's the process we go through when something changes. And it doesn't matter where in the organization it changes or where outside of us it changes. It's our process for responding to any change. I guess I'm curious, do you have one of those? Share in the comments below if you do. And that's all I'm going to say about agriculture today. Obviously, agriculture is not one of the industries I work with the most. It's just what I'm curious about. And I know that every business, every lesson that gets my attention has got something to teach me and show me that I can use later on in my life. All right, have an awesome day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting strategy that you can use to grow and build and supersize your business. Have a great day.